We are in El Manzano. El Manzano is a small rural community of Chile in a process of transition, in a transition movement, basically getting real about the challenges of peak oil and climate change, or the systemic crisis that we have going on around us, for the community to take responsibility really and organize itself for resilience, for the basic simple things of living safe and clean and healthy in a community. And we've been working with these guys for 2 years as an official transition initiative, and getting these guys involved in a planning process and making decisions, creating a vision for their community and identifying the priority first phases that we need to take care of. There's a lot of crisis going on everywhere in the world, you know. And here in Chile recently we had a big crisis, a big earthquake that put a lot of, like 90% of some communities on the ground, you know. It was a big shake-up, and it was a very big learning experience for everybody that we are very vulnerable to disturbance like an earthquake or anything like that, and that we are very, very lucky. The whole community came to realize that we live in a very good place with a lot of the basic necessities of life, and we have a community that's still very healthy with a lot of really positive connections. And we also brought into sharp focus our priorities. So the whole community realized that we're pretty screwed without water. We need water, we need food, and we need shelter, and we basically need community. We need to be together and take care of each other. Start fresh, you know. And so many people are awake to possibilities when everything's on the floor, you know. There's a big opportunity for people to create something new. But all around the world we're in a crisis, you know, a big systemic crisis, and we need the same thing, you know. We need to take an opportunity in this crisis and get together as community groups and to plan the future of our communities, plan for resilience.
And I think in this crisis we can see that the system has created, how can you say, we can see the symptoms of the system, because the people, they're not trained to organize themselves and to go, you know, through this crisis together or whatever. They just wait for the government, and the government has a lot of problems, you know. They're in trouble, they have a miss, you know, and people, few people organize themselves and go for it.
But I think El Manzano is a very good example that if we empower a community, they can and will get together, they can get organized, you know. They've got the capacity to identify very clearly what their priorities are and the things that they need and how they're going to do it, you know. And where we're going to get the resources from, you know. I think if these guys really put everything, all of their hearts and everything into a plan, they can make anything happen. They've got so many resources, you know. It's a big opportunity. So we plan to get together today and define our priorities for the next couple of months, the things that we have to do as a community in Manzano, and to celebrate, to say thank you for all the work that's been happening in the last couple of months. Imagination is everything, huh? I think if we can imagine it, then it becomes a lot more possible. If we imagine things as a group. Imagine if all the communities in Chile, or many communities all over the world, were getting together and planning for their own transition, you know, and gathering the tools they needed to mobilize their community and start preparing. You know? Imagine if people were doing that. You know, I think we could have a very big impact, a revolution, a different kind of revolution. Right?